Hey folks, Matt Engel here with Metanoia Catholic, here to give a coaching tip of the month on how to process anger. Well, St. Thomas Aquinas talks about anger being one of the complex passions. Complex because there's two things involved in it. One, there is a sorrow. There's a sorrow for something that we perceive to have been harmed, and that thing is something that we love, right? And then the second thing is there's hope that's associated with it as well. There's hope for some sort of vindication. So anger has those two things, sorrow and hope that's involved. Okay, so when it comes to processing anger, one of the things that I like to do is ask, what is the thing that I love that I perceive to be harmed at this point? And that kind of gets my mind kind of understanding a little bit more what is really the injustice that I'm perceiving here. All right, so that's the first question I ask. The second question I ask is, what is the outcome that I'm hoping this anger will fulfill, will accomplish? What does vindication look like? Okay. So give an example here. Say, for example, you have a friend that continually shows up late for an appointment with you or late for a dinner meeting or something like that, and you start to feel angry about this. Okay, well, if we ask that question, what do we think is being harmed? What's the good that we perceive to be harmed here? Maybe it's quality time with our friend, and we're sad because of that. That's that sorrow portion of the anger that we might be feeling. And then there's that vindication. What is the thing that we're hoping our anger will help us to achieve? What does justice look like? What does vindication look like? And maybe vindication in this case looks like, through my anger, I'm hoping that my friend will start to value our time a little bit more, show up on time, and we'll be able to spend that quality time together. Okay, once you identify both of those things, it gives you an idea of what you hope your anger will accomplish and what you hope it will protect. Now, what we have to do is we have to look at reality and see if that's actually being accomplished in our actions. How are we showing up in our anger? Because if we're showing up in that conversation now with resentment or feeling self-righteous, or we're berating our friend at the dinner table, well, arguably that is not something that is aiding in having a good quality time experience with our friend. Arguably it's something that's causing further harm. And guess what? This time it's your fault, not your friend's fault. And so this is really the process that I like to kind of walk through to see if our anger is something that is really serving a noble purpose, serving our growth in virtue at this point. And it really comes with, again, those three steps. First, what's the perceived harm here? What's the thing that I love that I think is being harmed and then I'm feeling sorrow over? Two, what's vindication look like? What do I hope my anger will fix in this situation? And then three, if I really look at my actions and how I'm showing up in my anger, am I aiding in the problem? And I even contributing a bit to the problem? Is this something that's getting me closer to the desired outcome that I'm hoping this anger will accomplish? Or is it something that's actually detracting and creating a whole new problem? Okay, some food for thought on how to process anger, and that's your tip of the month. But if you like these tips, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be continually putting more of these out, and subscribe to the Catholic Coaching Podcast, where we share all kinds of just coaching tips, mindset coaching tips that are authentically Catholic and very practical for your life. Take care. God bless.